Hello, I'm Rev J with Rev J Rides. Hey, today I'm on my way to go see a guy who wants to start a Faith Rider chapter. So, if you don't mind, come on with me and we'll just kind of talk along the way. I have something I'd like to talk about. See you in a little bit. Before we get too far though, please remember to subscribe, hit that little bell icon, and like, share, and if you have a comment or two, I'd love to hear from you. Like most motorcycle riders, I love the Twisties. And so when I pull onto this road, the only reason why I'm pulling onto this road is because I get to go right, left, right. Do some leaning through the curves. That's what I like. You know, there's some twists to the Bible sometimes that come unexpected. I'm wanting to talk with you about one that has kind of bothered some. It's something that's pretty well settled in most people's mind that study the scriptures, but some still have a few questions about it. And that's this. Jesus said he would spend 3 days and 3 nights in the earth, meaning he would be buried 3 days and 3 nights. Like the sign of Jonah, who was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a fish. Now, if you count the time that Jesus spent buried, it wasn't 3 days and 3 nights as in 72 hours. In fact, it might have been less than 48 hours. And so I want to talk with you about that. Some think that's a controversy, but boy, did he settle that controversy. Let's ride. We'll talk about it shortly. So I am currently in Lebanon, Tennessee. I have several friends that live here. Hey, Irvin. Hey, Randy. Hey, Terry. Those are a few. Anyways, I'm about to hit a major milestone on my motorcycle here. Those kinds of things might not mean much to you, and maybe they shouldn't mean much to me, I don't know. But it's kind of cool. I am just about to turn exactly 30,000 miles on this motorcycle. Had it for not quite 15 months, 14 months, 3 weeks, something like that. And I am just about to turn 30,000. I don't know if you can see that. $29,999 in Lebanon, Tennessee. So I will remember this day in Lebanon, Tennessee, on my way to go visit a man who wants to start a chapter of Faith Riders. As I discuss, Good Friday, I hit this milestone. Very close now. Of course, going 30 miles an hour, it takes me a little longer to hit it. By the way, Lebanon's a cool little town. I got a neat little square up here. A lot of neat old buildings. Pretty cool little place. I like the town. This traffic circle up here. Ah, there we are. 30,000 miles on the dot. You see it? All right, there we go. But this traffic circle up here that I'm about to go through is one that will live in infamy among my Faith Rider chapter. If Tony happens to be watching this, he'll remember this traffic circle. Some of us arrived at this traffic circle knowing that we were going to be turning right, and I guess he didn't know that. And somehow or another, he lost the back of somebody's bike as he followed us. And when he got to the traffic circle, he didn't know he was supposed to go right, which would have been that way. So instead of going right, he just started looking for the back of somebody's motorcycle, and he couldn't find it. So he went around this traffic circle like 2 or 3 times before he finally just gave up and picked one. Oh, wow. Anyways, cool little town. In Jesus' time, how would they have counted 3 days? We do now. They didn't count it like 48 hours. If any part of a day you were doing something, that was counted as a day. So let's say he did pass away on the cross at noon on Friday. Well, that would count Friday. They put him in the tomb before it was dark. That would be Friday. And then they left him in the tomb on Saturday all day long when the sun was up. That was part of a day. And then he rose early Sunday morning, and apparently it was after sunrise or just about sunrise, and so that would be counted as part of a day. So there's your 3 days. And there are places in the Bible that say on the third day, not just 3 days and 3 nights. And then some people say, well, wait a minute, he said 3 days and 3 nights, so there was only Friday night and Saturday night. Now, so you've explained that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday he was there for part of a day, but what about the night? Well, he even took care of that by some incredible miracle. The sun stopped shining for 3 hours in the middle of the day, from noon to 3. That is actually written not only in the Bible, but it's also written in other books, historical books. They captured it. Now, a lot of them think, a lot of the people that wrote historical books, a lot of them think that there was this greatest eclipse of the sun. That's kind of the way they state it, where it lasted 3 hours. Well, my friends, there has never been an eclipse of the sun that lasted for 3 hours. I've seen an eclipse, a total eclipse. I've been alive during that happening, and it went right over our church when it did happen. We were in one of the most perfect places to see the eclipse. And as far as the sun was concerned, or the brightness of the sky, when that total eclipse happened, it sort of looked like a cloudy day, almost like today. This is about how bright it was, even though there weren't clouds in the sky. On that day, the moon hid the sun, but there was enough sun around the outer rim of the moon that we still had some light. And that eclipse only happened for seconds, not for 3 hours. And we were in one of the best places for it. So therefore, when that sun grew dark, what was happening is there was a miracle of God that caused 3 days and 3 nights for Jesus to be in the heart of the earth, to be buried, to be passed away and gone. 3 days and 3 nights. His prophecy came true because he can even control the sun. Y'all, I'm going to sign off with that one. Okay? God bless you. Have a great Easter weekend. I'll see you next week. So, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. If you do subscribe, hit that bell icon. All these things help us. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear comments, questions. Maybe I can help with something somehow. God bless. Have a great Easter weekend.